What's good, y'all? Yo, so check this out, right? I'm in Greensboro, North Carolina. It's nippy out here. It's nice, but it's a little brick outside. Good thing I bought my jacket, but on a mission for some more street photography. Greensboro, it has some history to it. A lot of things happen in this city, and I'm gonna tell you about the history that I know. The history that I know of Greensboro. But first, I'm gonna walk around, get some street photography, warm up a little bit, warm my body up, warm my camera up. Cause I was sitting in my car for a little bit driving I drove a couple of hours to get here. So now I'm just gonna walk around, stretch my legs, rest my car, and get to it. Photographer too?
I guess so.
Oh, okay. How long you been shooting?
My specialty is graffiti. I have traveled to Italy, Spain, Dominican, and I have endangered myself. Seriously, I went to Dominican Republic. I stayed at a gated community. I hired one of the helpers. I said, listen, I want to get off the gated community. I want to see the real Dominican. He took me on his effing scooter.
Yeah.
And I finally had to say, sir, get me back to the hotel. Because Dominican and Haiti are right there,
Right.
and very dangerous for a white boy.
Yeah.
No, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, people were looking at me going, I said, sir, let's get home.
Yeah.
No, I got some graffiti from all over the world that's unbelievable. But some of the best I've ever seen is right here in Greensboro.
I actually have a graffiti documentary.
Seriously.
Yeah, the artist I
Can I
interviewed.
give you my card?
Sure, of course.
We need to talk
hell
because, listen, I'm going to pull my camera up and see if I can pull up some that I shot here in Greensboro.
Okay.
And I mean, one of the best pieces I've ever seen is hidden. No one would ever see it here in Greensboro.
Have you been to the park where they got all the different stuff? It's they got all these big like billboards is what they look like, but they're just different artists on each side. Have you been there?
Nah, it's around here.
Yeah, it's not.
How long are you going to be in town?
I'm gonna be here just for the night. I actually have to go to Raleigh. My mom lives in Raleigh,
Okay.
and so
All
I'm
right.
gonna go visit her.
So, well, listen, just to whet your appetite, come on back.
I got your card, so I'm definitely gonna hit you up.
No, dude, because I love graffiti.
Me too.
And why, I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I'm a white boy from Michigan.
I look at it as like an artistic outlaw.
Yes. Oh, it's artistic.
thing, yeah.
It's political. It's energizing. It's sad. It's happy.
Right.
It's there's a lot going on, and you have to be Now, when I went to Italy, I went to Naples, and I had to be careful. Naples is a very dangerous town.
Really?
Well, to move around in certain areas.
Okay.
And of course, moving around to get graffiti.
Yeah.
If you're gonna shoot,
Yeah, you gotta go through the danger.
If you're gonna
yeah.
shoot real graffiti, you're gonna be in danger.
It's not
because you got
tourists.
MS-13, you got all sorts of shit going on. So you got to be careful. Well, I'm not.
Oh nah. You good, bro? You good? I mean, I hope you don't mind. I was recording you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No,
if you didn't-
okay, that's cool.
Okay.
No, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful where you wander.
Right.
And so when I was in Naples, not Naples. What did I say? In Italy, there was one place I was shooting graffiti, and all of a sudden, here comes a guy this way, and a guy this way, and I thought, okay, I'm not in Kansas anymore.
Right.
So I had to move my body closer to the public because they were coming at me. Because I was a stranger. I'm an American. I'm white. I
Yeah.
didn't belong.
Yeah.
And they knew that. They were going to come and try to take something, my camera or my wallet or something. But that's just the way life is. It's just
Yeah.
the way
We
it
got
is.
this place right here, Coda's Street Art. It's an outdoor gallery.
Coolidge Street art.
Yeah.
Okay, that's out here in Greensboro.
Yeah, it's
5 minutes away.
yeah. Let's see how far it is from here. 12 minutes. It's on the other side. It's like up from here, but it's pretty actually. Let's see if I can.
I didn't know Greensboro had so much graffiti out here.
Well, listen, it's hidden.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, I'm talking about right in the backyard here.
Yeah, I seen some like, I seen like some, they call them throw ups and like the bubble letters. I seen like those like in the cut in the alleys out here.
Yeah.
And then of course like you got like the big murals that's,
Will you ever,
covering the whole entire.
will you ever come back this
You
way
gotta see
again?
the Mac Miller on the back side.
Okay, I'm gonna go check that out. Yeah.
Will you ever come back this way again? Mexico? Look,
Just going.
that's graffiti.
Oh shit.
All right, now watch. It's even better.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that because the black makes it better. Yeah. That's how you're gonna find. You're gonna find regular graffiti. I mean, people that like graffiti and it's artistic. But if you want to see like real homegrown, no one's ever gonna see that except those of us who wander behind. Get with the real people of the country.
Yeah.
Get with, there is graffiti and then that's a piece of real that's so hidden, no one, I mean, the general public will never see that. Except for us, or gangs, or street people, the homeless. You see that. It's such a, isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, that's real nice.
There's that piece.
That was in the same area?
Yes,
Okay.
same area.
This is one of my new pieces that I just brought in.
Okay.
He's almost like a graffiti artist.
I'd say kind of in a way.
Go look at
Check
his
this
area.
stuff out.
He's pretty sharp.
How long you had this place?
I started as the owner about a year and a half ago, but I've been here for about 3 or 4 years. This is my work here.
This is dope.
No, gotta see who's coming.
So is this like paint on glass or?
Well, I built all my canvases out of wood first. You can see, like, so I build it all on a piece of wood first, and then I paint the piece of wood, and then I frame it. Well, then I epoxy it, and then I frame it. These are older paintings here, and I didn't epoxy all my paintings then at that point, but now I epoxy every piece that I do. But yeah, I mean, this one definitely has like a graffiti vibe to it. You know, it's a lot of, there's spray paint on every single painting, so you know, I feel like to do graffiti, the root of it, you have to have a paint can in your hand.
Yeah.
And I started with nothing, you know, so all I had was spray paint, because spray paint's cheap. Spray paint and leftover supplies from my dad's work. And I would use the wood that he would have left over from work, and I would paint on that. And that was how I got into actually doing my own art.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
And I've been painting for 20 years now.
Nice.
This year is my 20th year of
Okay.
doing painting. But this is my newest piece here.
It looked like you just like made it on glass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the perception that these pieces give, because the epoxy gives it a dynamic that you don't get otherwise. You know, it gives it an aspect where people don't know, they can't figure out how you did it. You know?
Yeah.
I have people all the time, they have their own theories that they tell me and how they think that I created my art. And I love hearing because everybody has their process. So it's funny to hear people talking about how they do their process, how they try to apply their process to the way that I do art. And they're never right.
I really like these two right here in the corners.
Oh,
Yeah. Blue's my favorite color.
That's
So,
my
you know,
go-to.
it's like It's this kind of like reminds me of like Day and Night. Like yeah. That one's cool too. The one with the skull popping out, and then it seemed like it's like look like a 3D effect kind of.
You know, this skull was a painting that I had already done. It had these plumes of smoke coming out of it was different colors. It looked very graffiti-like, you know. There's these very different plumes, and it was a big square, and it had LED lights inside of it connected to your phone, so you could play music at your house, and the painting would be lit up to whatever it was going. But I took a picture of that painting, took that, put it in Photoshop, chopped it down, printed it on vinyl, and redid the skull on a whole nother painting. And it's a totally different feel. You know, before it was very vibrant and colorful, and now it's very dark.
How long would it take you like to make one?
I do about 4 to 6 a year.
You gotta go. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. That's what we have.
I really like this one.
It's
right
a piece
here.
of my work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This is dope.
It's really called a collage.
Yeah.
But I didn't. Most collages are flat, and I wanted stuff that kind of stuck out. So if you do this, you see all this beautiful stuff sticking out. It just gives it some texture.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody that looks at this can identify with something, a place or something. Yeah. It's a good piece of collage work.
Yeah.
And you go up the train tracks, and it'll be right. It's literally behind here, but you have to go around to get to it.
Okay.
It's awesome.
All right, back. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Right, on the hunt to look for the Mac Miller mural. And so, like he said, man, just gotta go head to the south, take a right. I'm not sure if I'm hopping gate though. I'm not sure about hopping gates, man. I'm in my 30s, so hopping gates, I don't know about all that. But we definitely gonna see. Definitely gonna see. Alright, y'all, so I found a mural. I found the Mac Miller mural. That homie, shouts out to Art Mongol. They also gave me a shirt. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name. Sorry if I'm saying the art gallery name wrong. I'm gonna go back by. I have to walk back by there anyway to go back to my car. But yeah, they gave me a t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? So shouts out to them. They showed me love. You know, definitely gonna show the love back. And you know, I'm gonna leave the information down below in the description, in the comments and everything like that. But yo, check this out. This shit is kind of dope. This is fire right here. Damn. Rest in peace, Mac Miller. Now I'm walking back to my car, about to meet up with my friend. And I feel like I have a lot more adventuring to do in Greensboro. Like I said in the other video, the last video I posted, you know, you can only get like so much of a city when you're capturing street photography. So that's what it feels like today, especially like, you know, you don't know what you're gonna run into. Like, you know, I didn't know I was gonna meet those guys at the art gallery, and they was gonna tell me about their art and, you know, telling me their story. So, you know, that was a great way of, like, you know, putting yourself out there, getting your name out there, telling your story and telling your mission, your ideas of what you're trying to do. So that was my shirt almost fell off my shoulder, but that was a great networking experience. So I'm gonna keep shooting. I actually have to go back to my car and meet up with my friend. We're actually about to head to A&T campus. That's the historical black college here in Greensboro. And she went there. That's the school that she went to. And honestly, my only life regret is going to a PWI rather than an HBCU. And A&T was probably one of the schools that I would have loved to go to. So I'm about to actually head there right now. I told her my regret going to a PWI rather HBCU, and she always teased me about it.
You should have came down south. You should have came down south. This is the center campus.
Oh, okay. So wait, when you said the center pool, it's like an actual
the reflection pool?
Yeah.
It's in the middle of what we call the village.
Oh, okay.
So this is the village.
Well, you say that in your senior year?
Oh, I stayed off campus.
Oh, you was big dog, man.
Yeah. I was something. I was your age. I take the run.
Okay.
But
So that's for like sophomores and juniors?
typically, yeah, a lot of the honors kids stay in the village because they're like individual suites.
Yeah.
And then their reflection pools in here.
Oh, okay. Actually, on the way, she just told me today about the reflection pool at her school. I always knew about the Greensboro 4, the 4 brothers who started the sit-ins, which started the, during the civil rights movement. But she told me about the center pool. I didn't know anything about the center pool during the 1970s, during the race riots. KKK actually flooded this campus. And you said the center pool, that's where they...
The reflection pool, right?
The reflection pool? Okay. I don't know why I keep calling it the center pool. The reflection pool. But that's just when they just started going crazy.
So KKK came to campus and they just started shooting it up. Had to call in GPD to help alleviate everything. But obviously, they only did this so much. But in these pillars, you can still see the markings of where the bullet holes entered into the buildings.
So this is like...
So honestly, we're only 50 years removed
really
from
not
race
that-
riots. So we're not that far away.
Not that far at all.
So yeah, you can actually see it from here. Yeah, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. When Obama got elected the second time, I love my people, we ran and jumped into the reflection pool.
Y'all ran and jumped into the reflection
They
pool?
ran and jumped into the reflection pool.
You was here for that?
Yeah.
Oh, you just jumped in the pool?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. But yeah, they ran and jumped into the reflection pool. And if I do some searching on Facebook, I'm pretty sure I got some photos.
There's another pillar. And I'm not sure you guys can see the writing in here. And that was the last time the reflection pool has been touched when Obama got in office.
That I know of. That I know of.
Oh wow, and it's more so wait, there was like was this a building right here or something, or?
So Scott Hall, what the village used to be, it used to be like one big U.
Yeah.
So literally started from here. It was 3 buildings that were connected and went that way, this way, and this way. Scott A, Scott B, Scott C. So when they tore down Scott Hall and redid this, they ended up giving us 4 additional dorms and named them after the A&T 4. So David Richmond Hall is there. Ezel Blair Hall there. Then up there we have Franklin McCain, and then you've got McNeil Hall up there. So you're really touching history at this point. Like you can actually touch it.
As the walls of segregation began to give way, African Americans took advantage of opportunities to serve in key positions throughout the nation. North Carolina A&T alumni made significant contributions. Jesse Jackson Sr., I didn't know he went here, ran for President of the United States. Brigadier General Clara Adams Ender became the 18th Chief of the Army Nurse Corps. Henry Fry, I didn't know he came here neither, became the first African American Chief Justice of the North Carolina Supreme Court, and the late NASA astronaut Dr. Ronald E. McClure made his first trip to space on a challenge. Some real historical people came here. Did Jesse Jackson Jr. come here? Oh. College and universities such as A&T have become part of the fulfillment of the civil rights movement and the dreams envisioned by those who sought a brighter future for African Americans. With greater technology and resources, students today are proving that they can utilize their knowledge to create endless possibilities. A&T students and graduates are taking advantage of the American legacy their forefathers helped to create, remembering often those who gave their lives to the cause of freedom, justice, and equality. That's right. Damn, there's more bullet holes.
Is the largest HBCU in the nation.
You said it's the largest HBCU?
A&T is the largest HBCU in the nation.
It's the best HBCU in the nation?
The best. All caps. No cap.
Okay.
A&T is the best.
All right, so we walking back to the other side of camp?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
But yeah. So all of this, it used to be just a parking lot.
For real?
Yeah. So this is the new student center. When I was here, this was not here.
This was not here, okay.
When I was here, we called it the student union. And it was a small building. It was a 2-story building. I'm sorry, technically 3 if you include the basement. That sat like right in front of where this tree was. And we had a convenience store in there. A lot of like our offices for like SGA, our SUAB, Student University Activities Board was there. We also had a bowling alley in there. It was
When the bowling alley gone?
Yeah. Remember where we saw that robot? So there's the building that we saw, like to the left. When I was here, that's where the bookstore used to be. So it's a lot has changed. But you know, I'm only 18 years old, so black don't crack.
Okay. We'll keep that. We'll keep that one.
Yeah. I mean, you're literally walking on the ground of like history. So A&T got its start in the basement of Shaw University. We're a land-grant university. But we have slowly been able to get all of this and more. So it's a lot of history on this campus that people don't necessarily know about. But that's also why we go so hard for our school. So like when we say Aggie Pride, like we literally have a lot to be grateful for. There's a lot that other people have to be grateful for. But we are proud of the history of our school. For sure. Plus, I mean, y'all know the vibes. It's A&T. But yeah, like over there is more gym where we used to have our gym jams. Lit. Corbett Sports Center where like all the basketball games are held. There is an indoor pool there as well. A&T has a lot of amenities that people don't necessarily know about. But you just have to go here to find out. Shameless plug. But yeah, like homecoming is literally walking room only. people travel from outside the country just to come to homecoming, which is absolutely insane. And in just that weekend of homecoming, A&T all together with all the events, all the alum, and even people that aren't alum, they will bring in close to $1 billion in revenue for the city of Greensboro. It's pretty lit. But y'all should just come to homecoming and find out for yourselves. Yeah, you do need to come back for homecoming though. You really do. Because the vibe is completely different.
We'll be here for homecoming.
You should.